Recently, we just got the trailer for EA Sports College Football 25. They dropped the news, the game's coming this summer. Don't have an exact date yet or even a month, but in May for the next trailer, they will probably be releasing that information along with some gameplay, I'm assuming. This game's going to bring in a lot of new players that we have not seen in previous Madden games. I want to talk about some legends. Let's talk about some players that we want to see in this game. Let's get into it, boys. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Stats here. We're back with another video, and today we're talking about EA Sports College Football 25. And I want to talk about some of the legends that we want to see in this game that we haven't been able to use in a video game in a very long time. As you guys know, I'm a big MUT guy. Any kind of ultimate team game I'm a sucker for, and you guys know I'm gonna be playing that when this game drops. We know it's gonna be in there for sure, and we also know since it's NCAA, we're gonna get some new legends, some players, you know, that were really good in college that it didn't really work out in the NFL. So obviously we're going to get players like Tim Tebow, Johnny Manziel, RG3, guys like that, guys that we've seen in Madden before. We already know that they have the rights to those guys' names, so they're going to put them in EA Sports College Football 25. Why wouldn't they? But you have to assume that they're going to have some new legends that we haven't seen in Madden in a very long time. So let's get into it, boys. If you guys are new right here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. These are the players that I want to see in EA Sports College Football 25. If you guys have some names, let me know down in the comments. First one on my list here has got to be a quarterback, and it's Troy Smith out of Ohio State. I'm a huge Ohio State fan. I have to have at least one on this list, and if I had to pick one, it's Troy Smith. This guy won the Heisman voting back in 2006. I don't know what it is, but this dude was just so exciting to watch. He got drafted by the Ravens in 2007, but this is what I mean. We're going to be seeing so many players that we haven't seen because they haven't been in MUT, because it didn't work out in the NFL, but NCAA it did, and they were some of the best players in the world. Troy Smith right here was one of the best quarterbacks in 2006. He had a total of 30 touchdowns with only 6 interceptions in 2006. He also passed for 2,542 yards. But Troy Smith would be a really cool player to use in the game. Really fast, mobile, and he could pass the ball as well. Next one, we're going to the running back position, and that is LaMichael James. I thought for sure this guy would be a beast in the NFL, but unfortunately he wasn't. He finished Heisman voting 3rd in 2010 and 10th in 2011. This dude was a touchdown machine. He was at Oregon for 3 years, 14 touchdowns in 2009, 24 touchdowns in 2010, and 19 touchdowns in 2011. His final year at Oregon, he had 1,805 rushing yards, along with 210 rushing yards. I can't believe how many touchdowns this dude has had. I just remember how good this dude was in the game in that 2010, 2011 NCAA games. He was a beast. I want to be able to use this dude again. Next one, and this is a big one, going back to the quarterback position, Jamarcus Russell from LSU. This guy might have defined what the definition is of an NFL bust, but let me tell you, in college, this dude was unstoppable, and you would be insane if you said this dude's going to be a bust when he gets in the NFL, because the things this dude was doing in college was absolutely insane. 2005, he passed for 2,443 yards. In 2006, he passed for 3,129 yards. The reason I'd be excited to use this guy is because he was 6'6". in college. This is a 6'6" quarterback. He was a big dude too. And you know how EA is. They're going to give this guy a 99 overall, and he's going to be able to run all over people and toss the ball 90 yards down the field. It's going to be exciting. So when we're going over to defense, and that is Oklahoma's finest linebacker, Brian Bosworth. This guy finished 4th in the Heisman voting in 1986. I don't really have like any crazy stats for this guy, but just looking at this dude, I really hope they bring back this look in this game. You know, the big pads, the big baggy jerseys that they wore back in the 80s, the big neck pads. This dude just looks intimidating just looking at him. Brian Bosworth would be an absolute beast in this game. Next one, we're going back on offense, and that is at the running back position in Trent Richardson out of Alabama. This guy was selected in 2012 by the Cleveland Browns. and he was good his rookie year, and then everything behind that was just pretty much downhill. I thought this dude was going to be a beast, but he was an absolute bust. But let me tell you, at Alabama, this dude was an absolute monster. His best year was in 2011. He had 1,679 rushing yards, along with 338 receiving yards. He had a total of 24 touchdowns in 2011. Finished third in his Heisman voting in 2011. I thought this dude was going to be a beast in the NFL for sure, but he just fell short. But man, he'd be absolutely incredible in a video game. Next, we're going to West Virginia, and that is Tavon Austin, selected by the St. Louis Rams in 2013. Now, he was drafted kind of late, like 2013 when Mutt was out. So Tavon Austin probably did get a Mutt card at some point, but we haven't seen this dude in forever. 2012, he had 1,289 receiving yards, along with 643 rushing yards, and he had 15 touchdowns. Not crazy stats, but I just remember watching this dude at West Virginia in 2012. He was just very electric, and I can just see this guy being one of those speedster, you know, Tyreek Hill looking guys in a college football game. He would be nice. It's going to be a quarterback from Boston College, Doug Flutie. When we think of college quarterbacks, Doug Flutie is one of the guys that we think about. We think back to that game-ending Hail Mary that he had up against Miami on Thanksgiving Friday. Flutie, for his career, threw for over 10,000 yards, and he had 67 total touchdown passes. I don't think we've ever seen Doug Flutie in a video game before. I think he has like a video game that he made. I have no idea. I know there's a football game named after Doug Flutie, but we've never seen him in like a Madden title or NCAA title, and it'd be cool to use him again. Next, going back to quarterback, and that is touchdown Tommy Frazier from Nebraska. This guy played from 1992 to 1995. He had 3,521 total passing yards throughout his career, with a total offensive yards of 5,476 and 43 passing touchdowns. Now, I don't think Tommy Frazier has actually had like a card or anything like that in Madden or anything like that, but if you guys remember, I think it was Madden 22, they had a game mode for NCAA college football, and you could use college teams, and Tommy Frazier was in this game mode. A lot of people didn't really know who he was, but he was one of the better quarterbacks throughout the teams that you could use. Tommy Frazier, another one of those big body quarterbacks, really mobile and can throw the ball as well. This next one is Desmond Howard from Michigan. Oh, as an Ohio State fan, I hate to admit this one, but Desmond Howard was a nasty wide receiver in college. This guy's famous for doing that Heisman pose against Ohio State after a 93-yard punt return for a touchdown. He got in the end zone and he did a Heisman pose. It's actually the cover of NCAA Football 2006, and it was just an iconic moment in college football. He had 1,944 total receiving yards. He was a really, really good returner, if I remember right. He also had 35 total career touchdowns at Michigan. Pretty sure he's like a commentator or something like that for ESPN right now for college football. So this is like a big name for college football, almost a staple. You got to get this guy in the game. So yeah, guys, those are just some of the names that I want to see in this game. We probably won't get all of them, but we're going to see some names like that, names that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. So yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments, what are some players that you guys want to see that haven't really been in a Madden or a Mutt mode in a very, very long time? Of course, we've got the honorable mentions like Vince Young, Johnny Manziel, Manti Te'o, guys like that were legends in NCAA that have gotten cards in the Campus Legends promos. But like I said, I want to see some new players, so let me know who you want to see. That's going to be it for this video, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here, boys. Peace.